All right, a real quick one today. I want to talk to you about your assignment. Yesterday, we found out that your destiny, you discover it, you don't decide it. Your destiny is decided by God before the foundation of the world, and it's discovered by you. The quickly you discover your destiny and your purpose, the better off you're going to be. So get in prayer, seek God's face, get into His Word, meditate in His Word, and discover what God put you on this earth to do. Discover what your assignment is. It's something about doing what you're called to do, following God's plan. The steps of a good man are ordered of the Lord. When your steps are ordered of Him and you're fulfilling your destiny, you're walking in your assignment. It's something about being in your assigned place. Now, sometimes you could be doing the right thing but being in the wrong place. You could be on the wrong job. You may be pursuing the wrong career. You may be in a place where people don't appreciate your gifts and talents and abilities. But if you do what you do in the right place, that's why you need to seek God also about where you're supposed to be. Are you in the right place? Because you could be the right person in the wrong place. You are the right person, but you could be in the wrong place. Something about being where God has placed you. When you are in your assigned place, there are no rivals. Oh, isn't that good? I'm going to say that again. Sounds so nice. I'm going to say it twice. When you are in your assigned place, there are no rivals. We found out in yesterday's Summit Cast that you are assigned to somebody. There's a people or a person that you're assigned to. See, you're put here to be a blessing to somebody, not just to be blessed, but to be a blessing. And don't be discouraged because you encounter an enemy or enemies. Your assignment will always have an enemy. Joshua and Caleb, when they were with the children of Israel, and they went and checked out the promised land, the land of Canaan, the land that flowed with milk and honey, which God gave to them, but they didn't take it. They could have, but they didn't. And it wasn't until 40 years, and all the adults died except for Joshua and Caleb. 40 years later, they went and possessed the land, but they could have done it when God told them to do it 40 years earlier. But most of the adults and all the 10 of the 12 spies came back with an evil report, and the people bought the evil report from the 10 spies that came out back with a negative report, and they didn't go in and take the land, but they could have. And even when they did go and possess the land, it was the same giants 40 years later that they had to drive out. But they could have drove them out 40 years ago. Why didn't they do it? Well, because of their unbelief. But your assignment, even with Joshua and Caleb, had enemies. It had giants that it had to drive out. So just because you come up against some opposition doesn't mean that you're not in your assignment. It just means that you need, with the help of God and with the power of the Holy Spirit and with the wisdom of God, overcome those giants, overcome those obstacles, and push through them, and don't quit, and don't stop because you have a little opposition. Who doesn't? See, when you're in the right place, you're going to have some opposition. But push through it. Just make sure make sure you're in the right place. But then go ahead and overcome, because you're well able to overcome. That's what Joshua and Caleb said when they didn't go in and take the land, and all those unbelievers were talking about, well, they couldn't do it. And 10 spies said, well, they're giants over there. So, yeah, it's a good land. Everybody agreed about that. But yeah, the giants and this and that, and they're too big, and we can't do it. And Joshua and Caleb were like, man, be quiet. Let's do this. We're well able to overcome. Let us go up at once and possess it. That's the kind of attitude you have to have. You have to have a fighting attitude. See, fight, the Bible says, fight the good fight of faith. Enemies are not walls. They're doors to your future. All right? Don't quit on your assignment just because you run into some bumps in the road. Push through it. I'm going to say that again. Enemies are not walls. They're doors to your future. Go through the door. That's it for today. Have a wonderful day. Make it an Ephesians 3:20 day.